Hey y'all, watch this!
Hey y'all, this is A Crosby 74 and I'm tired. We've been making bread today. My husband's teaching me how. We made traditional Jewish ciabatta bread.
Challah bread.
Challah bread. Challah bread. Okay. And it's really good tasting. We haven't actually eaten my loaf yet, my loaves, but my husband's made it before and he's pretty good at it. So he's teaching me and instructing me as to how to knead it properly and not smush it, and how to beat up on it and let it rise and watch the yeast foam up and hot water and all that good stuff, and feed the yeast with sugar and don't kill the yeast with salt. So today has been a learning experience, and here is my bread. I hope you're like keeping the bread in the frame and not all the mess on the counter. We chose to do the traditional poppy seed, braided with an egg wash. And we're really tired now because we've been cleaning out closets and doing yard work and making bread all at the same time. So we're fairly exhausted. I have the recipe. You can get it at, wasn't this on All Recipes?
Yeah.
allrecipes.com, I think it is. And it's spelled C-H-A-L-L-A-H. Challah, but it's spelled C-H, even though it sounds like an S-H. So, preparation time is about 3 hours and 40 minutes, and cooking time is 40 minutes.
About how much work time did we actually put into it?
I'd say about an hour.
Less than that, I would think. About 25 minutes. Because we needed once for 10 minutes and once for 5 minutes, and then everything mixing together the first.
Gathering all our ingredients.
About 35
and stuff
minutes.
like that.
Yeah.
And kneading, and then coming back and kneading again. I'd say it was a little under an hour for the actual work, not waiting time and not rising time and resting time and all that good stuff. Ingredients are warm water, 2½ cups, a tablespoon of yeast, ½ cup of honey, 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 3 eggs, 1 tablespoon of salt. Poppy seed is optional. And 8 cups of all-purpose flour, and we did end up using 8 cups.
Plus some.
Yeah, plus some, because today it was rainy, and so our bread was a little bit on the sticky side. Our dough was. So we used our KitchenAid, and
Best investment you can have if you have electricity.
yeah.
It not only makes bread, it also has grinding attachments and food mill attachments and things like that.
I cleaned it off from today's activities, but and the directions are fairly detailed as far as, you know, sprinkling the yeast in the water and that sort of thing. So, but I had a tutor along with me.
Yeah, one thing that it doesn't tell you, which I've done a lot of bread baking in the past, is that you do need to let your yeast proof before you start just dumping all your ingredients in. You also don't want to mix your salt in with your yeast, because salt will kill active yeast. So you have to give it about 5 or 10 minutes. You want your water to be about 100 and 510 degrees, and give it a little bit of sugar to eat to start bubbling up.
Like
and
a teaspoon.
And my wife was actually surprised to see the yeast. She looked in the bowl and it's moving. Yeah, it does that. It's alive.
It was cool. It's like a little science experiment in the kitchen.
Exactly.
So that was neat. My husband actually got some of his experience from baking at Atlanta Bread Company. And if you've ever heard of that company, they make some really good bread.
Yeah, and a lot of theirs is preformed loaves and such, but you do still get rising experience and what what different baking does to different breads. So, was it difficult to do?
Not really, not with the recipe and with your tutelage alongside of me. I'd like to do an in-depth thing once we get a little more experience with me and you doing it together.
Okay.
I'd like to do a video series with us, having our viewers step by step go through it with us.
We'll have to clean up the kitchen really well.
Yeah. We'll have to get our kitchen spotless and shiny before that's going to happen, though, because it's a wreck right now. I mean, there's flour everywhere.
So it was easy. Did you have fun doing it?
Yeah, I did. I had fun doing it. And I didn't expect to, but I was like, okay, whatever.
What was your least favorite part?
The stickiness. I didn't like the texture of the dough on my fingers. I didn't like how sticky it was sticking to me. It was like a snot.
Makes you real hungry, doesn't it? But how long did the stickiness last?
Oh, it only lasted like 5 minutes.
Okay, so it was easy to get past that.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I don't like it underneath my fingernails. And I say that after having worked all week in clay at school, teaching the kids how to do coils and slabs and pinch pots and, all this stuff. I much prefer clay to dough. So, but it is a different texture that I don't particularly like all that much, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like to make biscuits, because I don't like that stickiness on my fingers and then having to roll it out, everything like that.
Yeah, so Misty, if you're watching this, bread is easy, biscuits are not. Bread is easy. Biscuits.
We have mastered bread, but biscuits are a whole nother matter.
Yeah.
They're a different creature. So we're going to keep watching Misty's videos, and maybe one day we'll be like, aha, that's how you do it.
I did buy some biscuit flour, though.
Maybe we can master biscuits eventually, too. But the bread thing, we've got it, I think. But we're going to have to work some more on the biscuits. I think it's going to take us a few more years. Alright, this is A. Crosby signing off, and this has been a Hey Y'all Watch This production.